Commodity trading software specialist Brady has just unveiled its half-year results and continues to show upward momentum. I am joined by the company's chief executive, Gavin Lavelle. Gavin, it's a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, Gavin, big news for the company. It's an acquisition. It's called ScrapRunner.
Yes.
So tell me about it.
We're very excited about the acquisition of ScrapRunner, which completed today. ScrapRunner specialises in dispatch management for the recycling industry. Now, we're already present in the recycling industry, and just maybe a little background on that. The scrap market itself is a very large industry. It's the second biggest employer on the planet behind agriculture. In North America alone, the turnover of the industry is about $100 billion US. So a very large market. Today, 50% of the scrap that's processed in North America goes through Brady software. So we have the settlement system and the processing for many large scrap companies. Now, one part of the puzzle that we were missing was the dispatch management. This is where a driver will go to a scrapyard to collect scrap material in a container and then take it back to his yard. So our acquisition today of ScrapRunner is a new company, newish company, provides handheld device where a driver will go to a scrapyard. He will see the container, he will scan the container on his PDA. That then tells the office back at base that he's collecting the container. He can photograph the goods within in the container to prove it's the right material. And then as he leaves the yard and goes back at base, the controller can see all of the yards, all of the drivers, and optimize the route. Now, in any commodity goods, the logistics and traffic are very important, and ScrapRunner allows our customers to optimize their traffic and logistics control. So it's state-of-the-art web-based technology using GPS to track the containers and the drivers' movements. And so we're very excited about the acquisition. They have about 70 customers today. That's about 2,000 handheld PDAs used by the drivers. We think there's an enormous market. ScrapRunner today has about 70 customers. In North America alone, we think there are around 1,700 potential customers for this and thousands of drivers. And so we're very pleased with the acquisition. We already have a number of mutual customers that are using Brady software for recycling and also using ScrapRunner. So it's highly complementary from a product perspective. So we're really pleased to have the guys on board.
Okay, sounds like the perfect match, really. So how much did you pay for it?
So the acquisition itself was, we paid $2 million, which I think is a very reasonable price. The turnover for the company is around, at this stage, $2 million, making 30% margin. So this means that the deal is accretive for our shareholders, but we think there's enormous upside for the deployment of handheld mobile devices through all of the scrap and recycling market, not just in North America, but throughout the world globally. So we're very excited about the growth prospects for this business. I think with Brady's stronger brand and distribution behind it, we'll see accelerated growth in the business.
So how far are you from your goal of becoming the #1 recycling software firm in the world?
So as I said earlier, today something like 50% of the scrap and recycled goods already go through Brady's software. So we're delighted with that position in the marketplace. This allows us to now export our technology from the States into the rest of the world. In fact, as part of our announcement of results the half year, we've just signed a major deal in Australia. It's our first big deal outside of the States, and this is with one of the absolute leading recycling companies on the planet. So that's part of a global deployment. We'll be dealing with their processing in North America. In Asia Pac is already signed, and we'll be looking to roll into their European facilities. So I think it's very exciting in terms of prospects for the business overall. And we're using Brady's stronger brand and distribution to monetize the value in the business and to gain more market share globally.
Overall, over the first half of the year, you have signed 9 different license deals.
Yes.
So how significant are they for the company?
So I mentioned the recycling deal we signed was a very significant transaction. In addition to that, we signed a deal with one of the world's very largest commodity trading companies. They've taken our software for 8 different locations around the world, around 250 users. It was a very competitive bid. Delighted that we won it. It's a very major contract for us. That gives us good momentum in our business for the rest of this year and beyond. And I think most importantly, when we're dealing with the very best names in the marketplace, then we know that the second, third and fourth tier will be interested to work with Brady because we're already dealing with the market leaders. So it's a very exciting deal for us. We've signed another 7 deals in addition to that, so 9 deals in total. And so the momentum in the business is excellent, and we're looking forward to the rest of the year.
Let's look at the half-year figures in closer details. Recurring revenues up to 55%. How did you achieve it?
Yes. So we've already have significant recurring revenues in the business. We've signed 9 deals in the first half of the year, so that gives us very good momentum for the rest of the year. We have about 80% visibility on the full year, and it's typical for our industry that a lot of software gets signed in the second half of the year as people wait to the year end and then use their IT budget. So this is normal business for us. I'm pleased with the momentum in the first half of the year, and we look forward to announcing more deals as we progress through the rest of 2015.
There was also a good contribution from your energy division, wasn't there?
Yes. So on our energy business, there's lots of interesting dynamics in the energy markets, particularly in Europe. As Europe is moving away from coal and more dirty types of energy into renewables, we're moving into more volatility in the industry. So if you have a nuclear power plant or a coal-fired power plant, you can be very confident on your power output. If you move towards renewables, which is stated European policy, then if you have a wind farm or solar panels, you're going to have more volatility in your electricity and gas prices. So the Brady software specializes in the management of electricity and gas prices, and also allows our customers to manage electricity and gas loads across the different European countries. So traders will look to optimize power prices between different geographic boundaries, and they can use Brady software to connect to the various European power markets. So there's some very interesting dynamics. We signed 6 new deals in the first half of the year, a company dealing with very major wind farms in Ireland, a clean energy procurement company in Germany, and 4 or 5 other interesting deals. So their energy business is growing nicely. Pleased with the momentum in that. Results are up significantly for energy, and we think the outlook for the industry is very positive.
Okay, and you have good revenue visibility for the rest of the year? Yes,
as I said, we have about 80% visibility. There's always contracts we need to, having signed the contracts, we need to recognize the revenue on those deals, and there's always contracts to secure by the end of the year. But the momentum in the first half of the business, first half of the year is good, and we look forward to announcing more deals as the year progresses.
Well, Gavin, thank you very much for the update today.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for the invitation.